of WGN Sports.
From Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, and it looks like a nice evening weather-wise. Rain on and off the last couple of days. It is game 2 of a day-night doubleheader. The Reds a winner in the opener earlier this afternoon, 5-4 in 11. Welcome to Cubs baseball. Jim DeShays and Len Casper with you. The Cubs are 2-2 on this now rain-shortened road trip. Chris Bryant has been red hot and off to a great start this year.
Yeah, 3 hits in the ball game this afternoon. He had 2 last night. He's done a lot of damage against Cincinnati in his career. He's just playing at such a high level. All the decisions he makes on the field, whether it's in the batter's box, on the bases, in the field, he's so much fun to watch this guy play. The execution has just been spot on. All phases of the game. Former MVP, he may be headed towards another one the way he's playing right now. How many guys do this? Big sluggers that can hit the ball on the ground, beat out an infield hit.
Yeah, Cubs made some mistakes in game 1, but Bryant continues to play hard. Picked up his first stolen base of the season, nearing 300 RBIs in his career, and putting together one heck of a road trip. When we come back, we'll talk starting pitching as the Cubs look for a doubleheader split here in the Queen City. Stay tuned. Pitchers for tonight, Jose Quintana coming off a rough one against the Braves on Monday, gave up 3 home runs, tying his career high. And Sal Romano would like to be a lot better than he was in his last start, too.
And Romano, a big right-hander, big kid, 270 pounds, got a good arm. Obviously struggled last time out, limited in terms of experience. Quintana, he's just looking for consistency. It's been up and down for him. The wind got him a little bit in his last start at Wrigley. It was a hitter's day with the wind blowing out, but he wasn't particularly sharp either.
Beautiful night for baseball tonight as Jose Quintana will try to earn the Cubs a doubleheader split. Cubs, Reds, first pitch is next. On WGN is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today. Looks like we have a bigger crowd for Game 2 than we did for Game 1. We played through a little rain earlier this afternoon. Joe Madden giving a high five to Billy, running our camera down here, the Cubs dugout. And the umpires here for the nightcap. Ben May back of the plate. Chicago native John Tumpane at first. Jim Reynolds, the crew chief, is at second, and Sean Barber is at third. Oh, there's Jim Reynolds walking up as we speak, right into your shot there. And a lot of Cubs blue in the stands.
How many umpires do you think you could pick out of a police lineup?
7.
I don't think you gave that question proper consideration.
No, I probably didn't.
How many Reds mascots could you pick out of a police lineup?
How many are there?
Like 6.
Military Appreciation Night. Reds wearing their white unis with the camo caps, look really nice. Cubs wearing their road grays, and here's how they'll line up, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Zobrist in right, LaStella playing second base. Big hit off the bench in Game 1. We talked about Bryant in the open. Rizzo cleaning up. Contreras had Game 1 off. He's back in there for Game 2. Happ plays left here tonight. Russell at short. Jason Hayward, his first start since coming back from the DL. He plays center and bats 8th. And Jose Quintana, the pitcher, 9th.
The Redlegs defensively, Scott Schebler plays center field here tonight. Billy Hamilton gets Game 2 off. Duvall starts in left. Jesse Winker plays right. Suarez, Peraza, Jeanette Votto. So infield remains the same as Game 1. Tony Cruz, the backup catcher, will get the starting assignment behind the plate here for the nightcap. And Big Sal Romano will pitch for Cincinnati. This is his 10th start. 2 up, 4 down, a .484 earned run average. 24 years of age, 6'5", 270. 44 2/3 innings. Not big strikeout numbers. Got a good arm though. Heater that averages about 94. Curveball, changeup and a slider, but rarely uses those 2 pitches. He's mostly fastball, curveball.
Before we get started in the postgame after game one, both Javier Baez and Amir Garrett talked about their little disagreement, and both kind of downplayed it. Baez, quoted on MLB.com, said he can do whatever he wants. He stared at me. He's frustrated because I got a home run off him last year. Right now anybody can strike me out because I'm struggling. And Garrett said that's how the game goes. He got me, I got him, we're even. We'll have plenty more matchups going forward. So there you go. Romano to Zobrist. Game 2 is underway.
According to our graphic there, Ben May cannot have a perfect game.
78 degrees as we get started. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So yeah, you're going to see about, if he stays true to form, 70% fastballs from Romano, and when behind in the count, he'll throw that heater 90% of the time. So fairly predictable in terms of how he attacks hitters. Go heavy with your fastball usage if you've got a good one and you locate it. We'll see if he's able to do that.
1-2 on the veteran Zobrist. In tight. Cubs now 23-19 after the loss earlier today. Reds are 16-30. Cardinals lost their game at home against the Phillies, who scored 2 in the 8th. They come back and win 7-6. Zobrist draws the leadoff walk. So the first batter for the Cubs in this series has reached, in all 3 games, Zobrist a single last night. Almora a hit earlier today, and now Ben with the leadoff walk. And it will bring up Tommy La Stella. Pinch hit single. And the game tying run in the 8th inning this afternoon. Breaking ball, strike.
Tom is so good off the bench, gets an occasional start. 8 pinch hits to lead Major League Baseball.
He's playing second base for Baez this evening. And takes outside for a ball. 1-1. Milwaukee's the first place club. They're just getting underway in Minnesota. No score in the first. Pirates down early, 2-0 to the Padres. Out into left center for La Stella. Zobrist on his way to third. First and third. Nobody out.
And 3 runs in the first inning last night. Scored a run in the first inning here this afternoon, and threatening to do again here this evening. And Estella continues his good work. It was shallow and playing him towards the gap in right center, so he had a long way to go.
They'll give up the first run of the game if they can turn 2 on the infield, as Bryant takes ball 1. Romano pretty good against the Cubs here last year on August 24th. Got a no decision, went 7 innings. Ian Happ got him for a home run. Happ is in the lineup. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's your Lexus run predictor. And it is brought to you by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer. Chris fouled that off himself. That stung. looked a little uncomfortable on a head first slide into first earlier. Just the bumps and bruises of an everyday player.
Good work by Cruz to block that ball, keep it in front. For a number of years, he was the backup to Yadier Molina over in St. Louis. Started the year at AAA, was called up when Devin Mesoraco was traded to the Mets.
The 2-2 pitch. Full count. Romano put together 6'5", 270.
Played for the Bengals in the offseason. From Connecticut.
On the right field line, but it'll twist out of play. Yep, from Southington, Connecticut, about 20 miles southwest of Hartford, 80 miles northeast of New York City. Rob Dibble, Carl Pavano went to his high school. On the ground to third. Throw to the plate. Zobrist is out. First out of the ball game. Runners at first and second with one away.
And slow bounding ball. That's the right play by Zobrist. You see it on the ground. Your first priority is make sure they don't turn a double play. So he's off and running, forcing them to make a play on him because the double play wasn't really an option. But we didn't have time to read all that.
Remember, the Cubs loaded the bases in the top of the first with one out in game one earlier, and Kyle Schwarber hitting to an inning-ending 4-3 double play. A base running mistake by Addison Russell as he ran into the first out in that double play. That gets away, and the runners will move up on a wild pitch. So they will play their infield back except for Suarez.
We'll see how this at bat develops. Jim Riggleman, who's now managing the Reds, has made liberal use of the intentional walk so far in this series.
That is a strike.
Good run on that heater. That was a little Romano cheese right there.
Salvatore J. Romano. And the pitch to Rizzo is a strike. And it's 1-2.
Good movement on that fastball. 23rd round pick in 2011. 16 starts last year with the Reds. That was his first crack at the big leagues. 5-8 with a 4.45.
And he gets Rizzo. Big strikeout. Runners in scoring position, a major problem earlier. And the Cubs are 0 for 2 in this game. In the doubleheader, 1 out of 18 now. Very frustrating day for the offense as they stranded 14 in the 11-inning loss. Ball 1 to Contreras.
So maybe the guy who didn't play in game one with some fresh legs could be a difference maker here this evening.
Typically you get about 3 hours between games of a split double dip, but because we went extras, these two teams only had really about 2 hours plus to rest up. No, you got about a 45-second nap.
I tried to do the kindergarten thing to put the head down on the desk. Didn't really work out.
One and one. Fly ball. This is Duvall in left, and Romano gets out of it. First two men got on, both stranded. Reds coming up against Jose Quintana. Scooter Gennett ahead of Adam Duvall, Scott Schebler, Tony Cruz, and the pitcher Sal Romano.
Cubs defensively, they welcome Jason Hayward back to the lineup. He's in center field tonight. Hap left, Zobrist right, Bryant Russell, Estella Rizzo third to first, Wilson Contreras behind the plate, and our Blue Cross Blue Shield starting pitcher is Jose Quintana. Choose Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the card to carry through it all. So start number 9 for Jose. He's got a winning record despite an inflated ERA, 5.23. League hits .274 against him, 45 hits, 21 walks. Leads to a walks plus hits per innings pitch of 1.6. So gonna start to chop away at that. First ever start for Jose here in this ballpark.
One guy to keep an eye on is the ball dude down the left field line. His defensive WAR went up by half a win last night with 2 excellent plays. Got his batting glove on. He's ready to go.
Got his shades on. He goes on. It was dark last night, so he's just rocking that look. He's eager too. He's ready to go. You can tell. I like his body language.
Foul strike on Jesse Winker. I like the camo look the Reds have, honoring the military tonight.
Camo socks too.
Last start, Quintana allowed a season high 9 hits. Stella will make the play. That defeat was his first loss at Wrigley Field as a Cub, 7-0 previously. He's pitching in this ballpark for the first time as Jose Peraza will stand in. Billy Hamilton took a bases loaded walk off Justin Wilson in the 11th inning as the Reds took the opener 5-4. Dylan Floro got his first major league win for the Reds. And he was on deck when the game ended. So if Wilson had been able to get Hamilton out without anybody scoring, he would have had a fighting chance to get out of that inning. Fly to left. It's deep, but it's playable. And it's Happ to glove it.
Yeah, the walks obviously an issue there at the end of the game. There was a couple earlier in the game that impacted the scoring too, including Peraza taking a walk against Kyle Hendricks in the first inning, and that was a pretty odd occurrence in that Kyle, one of the lowest walk rates in all of baseball, and Peraza hardly ever takes a walk, but it happened and he scored.
Swing and a miss by Votto on a pitch right in the heart of that box. Ground ball. Tommy La Stella's got it. Quintana goes 1, 2, 3, and we head to the second inning. 0-0. Presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com. No yawning. Or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side.
Did you say Yanni or Laurel?
No. It is in the ear of the beholder. 1-0 on Ian Happ. Had a shot at the cycle in game one, came up a single shy, struck out in his final at bat. I thought he was going to get it. 4 for 6 in the series, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, 4 walks. So on base 8 out of 10 trips, and he's sitting in a 3-0 count.
Yeah, numbers getting better and better here for Ian in recent days. Has the average up on base, slugging. Starting to get a little bit closer to what you might expect.
Romano works with a very quick pace. And he walks Happ.
Cub fans, nobody tops your passion, and nothing beats the experience of Cubs baseball at Wrigley Field. Be a part of it all season long. Everybody in. The Cubs return home this Tuesday. 2-game set with the Cleveland Indians. Tickets are available for both games. Get yours at Cubs.com.
Here's Russell. Got on base all 5 times last night, but then he went 0 for 5 with a walk. In game 2, committed an error, base running mistake early.
And he's had a couple base running gaffes on this road trip.
Joe wants to see his team tighten it up.
In terms of caught stealing percentage, Cruz right around league average for his career. 27%.
Two strikes on Russell. We might be in the clear in terms of the rain the rest of the evening. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, they're in this unsettled pattern. It seems like the storms kind of bubble up, move in and out of the area. Looks like we're going to catch a break this evening.
Maybe a 50-50 proposition tomorrow. Happ dancing off the bag and a step off by Romano. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's the first out. And it will bring up Jason Hayward. Came off the bench last night. And his return from the DL, missed 9 games with a concussion. And the pitch. It's a strike. Another check on Happ. Inside for a ball. Yu Darvish will face Tyler Mahle in the finale tomorrow afternoon. Cubs have a couple of off days coming up, Monday and Thursday.
Mahle tossed a dandy last time we were here. Ooh, funky swing. Wry smile there from Jason. That's a swing of a guy who hasn't seen much live pitching lately. Needs to set that alarm clock about 15 minutes earlier.
Romano paying a lot of attention to Happ over at first. Down the right field line, foul. We've played 2+ ball games in this series and only a couple of home runs. One by each team. Duvall on Friday night. Happ off Iglesias.
One of the most homer-friendly ballparks in the business.
Time now to see who's got momentum. Brought to you by First Midwest Bank. See Wrigley Field ranking 3rd so far. Combined home runs per game by ballpark in the NL. First Midwest Bank connect with a momentum maker today. This ballpark finished 2nd to Camden Yards in MLB last year. As Hayward pops it up, Votto will make the grab. And that's out number 2. And it will bring up the pitcher Quintana.
Yeah, and this place, like Camden Yards, very hitter friendly, and both home teams have really struggled in the pitching department the last couple of years, obviously contributing to those home run numbers as well. Romano, 24 years of age. The Reds have a number of these guys that they've brought to the big leagues sporadically over the last couple of years. Amir Garrett, who's in the bullpen now, made some starts last year. The left-hander Reed, Cody Reed, he must be down in AAA now. Got Larry Bird sitting there in the stands. I think Larry Legend's here.
Okay. Let's see.
There you go. He's got a Boston jersey.
Oh,
on.
yeah, I see. It's
Larry
to
Bird.
the left.
Yeah. It's the other Larry Bird. It's Lenny Bird.
Looks like Mike Mills from REM wearing a Celtics jersey. 1-2 pitch taken for strike 3. Cubs have wasted leadoff walks in the first 2 innings. Later over at Metro on Friday, June 8th. And the headliner, the Orwells, should be a great night. The Boston and Chicago All-Stars as well. MetroChicago.com for tickets. Great night of baseball and rock and roll. And let's see who's going places. Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. That's Jose Quintana's career ERA against the National League Central, and among active pitchers with at least 20 starts, he is the leader. He'll face Suarez, Jeanette, and Duvall here in the Reds' second inning. Suarez from Puerto Ordaz, Venezuela, made his major league debut in 2014. He should be a Red for a long time. Got a 7-year extension in spring training. Takes a strike.
In. See if they try to work off the outside edge now.
Zobrist in right makes the catch. And let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Len and JD and our WGN crew from Great American Ballpark. Scooter Gennett looks at ball one. 2 hits, 2 RBIs earlier today. Two and 0. Scooter had a game of his life last year in this ballpark against the Cardinals. He hit 4 home runs. It was June 6th, 2017. Two and 1.
Power started to show up a couple of years ago. His last year in Milwaukee, he hit 14 home runs, 498 at bats, and then took a big step forward last year. 27 long ones, 461 at bats at a .531 slugging percentage.
That 4-homer performance was a first. First player ever to have 5 hits, 4 homers, and 10 RBIs in one game.
It was a waiver claim too, right? Didn't the Brewers put him on waivers? Probably like a mulligan on that.
Yeah, late March of last year. Well, Milwaukee didn't really have any room for him. Remember, Jonathan VR was coming off his big year the year before.
Yeah, sometimes you have a little bit of a roster situation. You're forced to make a decision, but so I get that. But I think in hindsight, you probably wish they'd been a little more creative and found a way to keep him. But that happens to every club. Think about the Astros and JD Martinez. The same thing happened there. They basically let him go, and he's turned into a superstar.
Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Q.
He took him to Q school with a breaking pitch. Good sign when he's got command of that hook. His issue last time, he threw strike one to over 70% of the batters he faced against Atlanta last Monday. He just had a hard time putting guys away, and fastball command on the arm side was not good. Duvall, ball one.
Second start of the series. Homered off John Lester last night. One of the Reds' 2 hits in that game as the Cubs won 8-1.
The best antidote for a game like the last one. Wasted opportunities, got beat late after making a late rally, back and forth kind of game. Some mental mistakes hurt the club. Is to have your starting pitcher go out there the next game and just deal. Just shut the other guys down for 6 innings and let everybody else kind of ease into things. Kind of say, hop on, boys, I got this.
Two and one to Duvall.
Change piece here. Good one. Perfect execution. Threw it hard, 88 miles an hour.
Duvall, a former Giant. Back-to-back 30 homer seasons. All-Star 2 years ago. An old foul. Just inside. So 3-2. Five up, 5 down for Quintana to start the game. And a 3-2 to Duvall, and we'll do it again.
Came back with that changeup, made another good pitch this time. Duvall able to get a piece of it, stay alive.
Mentioned the Phillies scored a couple of late runs to beat the Cardinals today in St. Louis. Greg Holland took the loss, gave up 2 runs. Former Cub Tommy Hunter got the win. And the Reds have their first base runner.
Folks, visit the Cubs Authentics auction page every week for your chance to own one-of-a-kind Cubs items. This week's auction includes from Mother's Day and the White Sox series. Go to Cubs.com Authentics before tomorrow night at 8 p.m. to place your bid. The Cubs will donate net proceeds from the sale of Cubs Authentics to Cubs charities.
Scott Schebler playing center. Off the end of the bat, shallow center field, it is Hayward. And after 2, scoreless. Text Subway to 97999 right now. And the 300th texter will win a $30 gift card to a Subway restaurant in the Chicagoland area. Subway, so much sandwich. We play the third. Zobrist walked to lead off the game. A swing and a miss. Thrown out at home. And the ground ball to Suarez. And that one whacked in the center. Nice work by Zobrist. On base twice.
Yeah, leadoff man has reached in each of the first 3 innings now. See if we can make something out of this. The old chuck and duck for Romano. This is a BB right back through the middle.
Floated, base hit, first and third, nobody out. That sounds familiar.
A hit and run play. You got to make contact, and just a little nudge out there in the shallow left. So Zobrist going with the pitch. So there's no reason, no need to try to read this, because if it's caught, he's out. So keep on motoring, and into third he goes.
Well, take 2.
Yes, our run predictor last time said that it was 100%. So first inning, the only time they failed to cash in such situations.
In the first, Bryant hit a ground ball to Suarez. He threw out Zobrist at the plate.
This time he hit a ground ball to Butterfield. Good hands, Butter. It's a power curveball that this kid features.
Ground ball. They will try for 2. They'll only get 1. And Bryant will get an RBI as a result. And the Cubs lead 1-0.
We talk a lot about Chris's speed, and that's not particularly close at first base either. Ball gets away, but no further advancement. Especially on a ball like that, a lot of times he's beating things out because he rolls over a little bit and he has a little bit of a head start out of the box. That time the ball got in on him, so he's back on his heels still. Able to beat that out easily at first base.
So 1-0. Runner at first, 1 out. Rizzo struck out in the first. With men at second and third. Bryant takes off, and that ball fouled.
Well, I think they like the numbers they're getting on Romano's times to first base. So this the other day in Atlanta. I can't remember who was on the mound, but big righty who was slow to the plate, and they're running with reckless abandon. This is a team that doesn't steal many bases.
Ground ball to second. 1. And that is all. It was Giolito, the White Sox.
Oh, it was the White Sox. Too slowly hit there. Get the double play that time.
Cubs stole 5 bases off Lucas Giolito last Sunday. Contreras looks at a strike.
Just checking, Chris Bryant has not bounced into a double play yet this year.
No, he's so good at avoiding the double play ball. Hits it in the air a lot and he runs well.
Yeah. The 5 qualifiers who have not bounced into a double play: Brinson, Harper, Bryant, Hamilton, Carpenter. Carpenter on that list is a little surprising because he does not run well, but he doesn't hit it on the ground very much. And if he's been batting leadoff a bunch, probably doesn't have that many situations where it's possible.
Cubs get on the board first, leading 1-0 in the third. Connect to all the up to the minute stats and information while watching at home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape, pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and more. Escape your everyday. Shop The Great Escape. It's a 1-0 Cubs lead. Tony Cruz 0 for 2 in the series off the bench, getting the start for Barnhart tonight. And a strike call. Florida native. As JD mentioned, for several years was Yadier Molina's backup in St. Louis. Quintana turns and fires. Good try, a little outside.
Cardinals probably wish they still had him in their organization. Their catching depth really tested with injuries. Molina had surgery, is out for a while. Carson Kelly, who was called up from AAA, just went on the DL with a hamstring injury.
La Stella will make the grab.
Next Sunday, the 27th, the Giants are in town. It's a night game at 7:05, and up to the first 20,000 early arriving fans receive a Cubs reusable tote bag presented by the MLB Network. For tickets, visit Cubs.com.
And the left-handed batting. Romano 1 for 13 with a double. He looks big on the mound, but for some reason he looks bigger when he's standing at the plate. He's got to be wearing about a size 18 shoe,
yeah,
man.
It's a lot of human right there.
Wow. 6'5", 270.
Well, you were talking about the big Reds pitchers over the years. Some of their bullpen guys, Jumbo Diaz and J.J. Hoover. His nickname has to be the Big Cheese, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I would think.
Big Cheese, and then just cheese eventually, shorten it to cheese.
He's got a C on his helmet. His nickname. Swing and a miss.
Got a K in the scorecard.
So 2 away and back to the top, and Winker.
Quintana sailing along here. He's had a few of these this year. Or he's had a few, I shouldn't say of these, but he's had a few games this year where he's been in complete command, and then needs to get away from him in the middle innings. He's locked in, man, to get that concentration.
Strike called. On the ground and moving to his right, Russell. No hits allowed through 3 for Quintana, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
Budweiser, join the team that enjoys responsibly. Budweiser reminds you to drink wiser. famous Fountain Square in downtown Cincinnati. WKRP. Somebody over-hustled, went out with a camera and took that video.
1-0. Cubs lead 4th inning. Drilled to right. Gone. Happ has homered twice off Romano. And twice today.
It's a happening. Back in the town where he played his college ball, Ian Happ doing so much damage here.
That is the 14,000th Cubs home run. Brett Jackson hit number 13,000 a few years ago. 2-0.
He's number 7 on the year. He's been pitching the lefties in a lot. Likes to throw that fastball at him and have it run back over the plate. So Happ sitting on heater. And last game, everything was to the other field last night. Pull side here. Let's take a look at the Southwest Airlines. How far did it fly? The distance of that home run, 362 feet. Not long, but certainly enough. Go to WGNTV.com/contest for a chance to win round trip travel for 2 on Southwest Airlines in the United States and Puerto Rico.
Yankees, Giants, and now the Cubs, the only 3 teams in history of baseball with 13,000
2-1 is a ground ball to Jeanette. 1 away. That brings up Hayward for the 2nd time.
So Happ last night was on base 4 times. 3 intentional walks and a double. Earlier today, double walk, triple homer. Walk homer here in the nightcap.
Is that 10 reaches in 3 games?
It's a lot of reaches.
4-4-2.
Yep.
Two and 0 to Hayward. More Happ and less Nessman here in Cincinnati. Two and 2. Romano back in it. And we will try it again.
Straight change up there. Don't use it very often, and I would imagine Danny Darwin and company here in Cincinnati would like to see the big guy start to develop confidence in that changeup. Be a good compliment with all the inside fastballs he throws.
That ball hit hard, but right to Votto. The 4th inning is brought to you by Wendy's 4 for $4, now with more choices than ever at participating locations for a limited time. Grounding ball, Jeanette. And that'll be it for the Cubs in the fourth. Ian Happ, the man, all day and all series. Leadoff homer makes it 2-0. Fourth inning. Yeah, long day at the ballpark, I assume. This little guy was here earlier today. Maybe, maybe not. Hey, this Tuesday, May 22nd, Boeing presents Military Appreciation Night at Wrigley Field. All participants who purchase seats through the Cubs Community Nights page receive a Cubs military camo baseball cap. A portion of net proceeds will be donated to the USO of Illinois. On behalf of Boeing, for more info, it's cubs.com/community nights. 2-3-4. Starting with Peraza. Ball one from Quintana. Next offering. Hit hard, but foul to left.
Sitting on that inside fastball, but if Quintana hits a spot, it's still a difficult pitch to keep fair.
Good pitch.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that he struggled with last time. And he can do that to complement that fastball that he likes to throw in on their hands off the plate. It's a pretty effective way to go about it.
Zobrist over near the foul line and makes the catch in fair territory for the first out. It'll be Votto now. 0 for 1 in the ball game. He has started every game of this series. Dealt with a little back issue earlier this week when the Reds were on the West Coast.
So is the eye black, is that in keeping with the military appreciation?
Yeah, why not?
The look he's got going. He does go to battle every day.
Colombia versus Canada here. Quintana, Votto.
Given an award in Canada yearly, the Canadian Baseball Player of the Year. He's won it, I believe, 7 times.
He is 2 homers behind Matt Stairs, the ex-Cub, for second on the all-time Canadian home run list. Larry Walker, number 1, 383. Stairs with 265. Votto 263. But the Canadian home run at 263, that translates to 187 American.
Cub fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Members FDIC.
Suarez with 2 outs, nobody on. No hits for the Reds, only 1 base runner, a 2-out walk in the second.
It's the Tip O'Neill Award that they give away to the
Yep.
Player of the Year from Canada.
Long look by the lefty. He's got the sign. They're going to go in. And it catches a corner. 1-1. Quintana in his 7th year in the big leagues. Suarez strikes out. Jose feeling it, leading 2-0 after 4.
Season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. If you're watching in the office, just don't make too much noise when something exciting happens.
Right.
You get busted.
It's been a good night for Ben Zobrist. Walk, single, run.
Cubs have had the leadoff man reach all 4 innings,
including a home run by Happ in the 4th.
Pretty good let up there. His rotation, mostly a bunch of young guys. Homer Bailey was an opening day starter. He's a veteran and still trying to work his way back from injury. And then they've added Matt Harvey here of late. We did not see him. Will not see him in this series. He's scheduled to pitch on Tuesday for the Reds.
He walked him. 3rd leadoff walk surrendered by Romano.
Well, now you're seeing why Joe Madden likes Ben Zobrist at the top of the order. The patience and disciplined eye. Last time they played a little hit and run. Tommy La Stella, a little soft line drive into shallow left, and Zobrist went first to third. In terms of reaching base, top 2 in the order are 5 out of 5 here tonight. A very savvy hitter. Situation like this, a lot of times he'll look for a pitch that he can pull to exploit that hole on the right side when they're playing for 2.
Zobrist back and plenty of time. So outside corner, inside corner, and it's 1-2.
I've been looking at their corner outfielders just before the pitch. Now most outfielders square up to home plate. These guys don't. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. See the angle, Duvall, and then Winker settles into it a little bit later. They're both facing the line.
Duvall's got it. First time Stella's been retired. This replay is brought to you by IDOT, reminding you that safe driving habits really are a matter of life or death. Learn more at lifeordeathillinois.com. Chris Bryant knocking in the first run of the ball game on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Yeah, I've noticed for a few years Duvall, how he sets up.
So I wonder if Winker's taking his cues from Duvall, or if it's just something they teach over here with their corner outfielders.
Inside. Bryant ahead 2-0. 2-1. Knocked down by Cruz.
Folks, apparently Twitter's lighting me up because I said those fountains we showed earlier were Fountain Square. I was just kidding, folks. That's the real Fountain Square. That's right outside our hotel.
Yeah.
So just want to go on the record as saying I was just being sarcastic. I have a very strong fountain knowledge.
God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly. There goes Zobrist, and Bryant fouls. Yeah, that is not Fountain Square. Although, JD, can you handle the play-by-play? I got to use the facilities.
Yeah.
Enough of those shots. Runner goes. Ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning. And it will bring up Rizzo.
Keen eye there from Bryant. Borderline pitch, and Cruz coming out of his crouch to make a play on Zobrist on the move. May have cost his pitcher a call here.
2 on, 1 away. 5th inning, Cubs lead 2-0. Bounced foul to first.
Game 1 starter was Luis Castillo. He came into that start with a 6.02 ERA, but he'd been pitching well of late, and he hung in there. Only allowed 1 run in 5 innings. Gave up 6 hits. The pitch count got to be an issue for him. Reds bullpen was mostly good. Cubs got to their best. Got 2 off Iglesias, their closer, who in all likelihood is not available for this game.
Fair ball into the right field corner. Zobrist in. Here comes Bryant. That's a 2-run double, and it's 4-0 Cubs.
Well, the walk set the table, and Anthony makes him pay for the free passes. There's that fastball in. Boy, going to that well a lot tonight. Inside fastballs to left-handed hitters. RBI's 27 and 28 on the year for Rizzo, who's having himself a very nice month of May. Where all the numbers not pretty. I don't think he's right where he wants to be, but he's got an OPS in the 900s this month.
The new pitching coach, Danny Darwin, to the mound, and there is action. Kevin Shackelford, their 26th man for the doubleheader, is getting loose. Two big doubles today for Rizzo. Game tire in game 1 and extending the lead here in game 2. Contreras fouls. He had 3 hits last night. Got to rest earlier today. As Victor Caratini caught and played the whole game. Dodgers won the first game of their doubleheader in D.C. 4-1 earlier today. They've got a 1-0 lead in the second in game 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tough night for Contreras, 0 for 3. And let's take a look at our Ford drive of the game.
Somewhere on the line drive variety. This is just a 22-degree launch angle. Hit it hard though, 109 miles per hour.
And he will reach yet again on his 4th intentional walk of the series. One and one. It's Rizzo, the runner at second base. And a 2-1 offer. Just missed. 3-1. The A's put up 5 in the 8th. Got 4 on a Chad Pinder grand slam and beat the Blue Jays 5-4.
Time to be aggressive right here, Addy. You got this young right-hander on the ropes. 3-1 pitch. Don't get cheated.
He didn't, and he fouled.
Quite get the head out in front. Quintana's going along. The Cubs might have enough already, but chance to do more damage there, and that 3-1 fastball just fouled it back.
Cubs have already lost today, but if they can win this game, they might pick up ground on everybody else in the division today. Cardinals have already lost. Pirates down. Brewers trail. And the bases are loaded. Rizzo third, Happ second. Now Russell at first, and it's Jason Hayward.
Riggleman with the foot up, but staying put. He's going to let Romano go here. Fourth walk of the inning, 1 intentional.
Here's the pitch. It's a strike. Good note from Ed Hardig. The previous Cub to homer in both ends of a doubleheader prior to Happ today was Chris Coghlan. July 8th, 2014 here in Cincinnati. The Cubs record holder for doing that, Billy Williams, did it 10 times. Homered in both ends of a doubleheader. We don't have very many these days. None are scheduled. They're just makeups.
Yeah, back in the day, it was common to play Sunday doubleheaders, and on all the holidays.
Hayward in the air to right. And that could drop, and it will, off the glove of Jeanette. Rizzo in, Happ scores, Russell scores, Hayward to third. Brian Butterfield was going to send him, but now he'll stop. It's a triple, and it's 7-0.
Wow, is this ever a funky play?
I think Jeanette ended up in the far corner to retrieve that ball.
He sure he did.
The second baseman.
Because Winker was coming in, he goes flying by as the ball goes right off the end of Jeanette's glove. Winker got a really bad read on this. He's not a very good outfielder, and that was a bad read, and it just blew up on the Reds off Jeanette's glove and all the way into the right field corner.
So that has really opened things up. 7-0. And high for a ball to Quintana. One and one. Found behind home plate, 1 and 2.
You know, you see the occasional bloop double. The bloop triple is pretty darn rare. And it was almost a bloop home run.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Cubs put up 5 runs in the 5th. 3 score on the triple by Hayward. And we're having fun with fountains here in Cincinnati. 7-0 in the
field. The Cubs offer free remote parking and shuttle service for night and weekend games and a free bike check located by the Addison Red Line station. Express shuttle buses are also available from Hillside and Rolling Meadows. Check out available transportation and parking options at cubs.com/transportation.
Well, all Cubs 7-0. Jason Hayward back in the starting lineup, and a big bases clearing triple of the bloop variety. And Quintana back to work has not allowed a hit through 4. He walked Duvall with 2 outs in the second. That's the only base runner for the Reds. Scooter Gennett will stand in. Popped him up on the first pitch. Bryant and Contreras over near the dugout, and no dice.
He got leather on it.
In the air to right field. And it is Ben Zobrist for out number 1. First pitch bounces. Cubs wanted to forget a bad performance in an 11-inning loss earlier today, and they've done a good job so far in putting that game in the rearview mirror. Leading 7-0 here in the 5th inning. Rolled foul to third.
Ball dude.
Made his first play of the night. He is all business. Big leg kick and a 2-1 swing and a miss.
Yeah, I like the tempo. Quintana typically works quickly, but he is zeroed in here tonight, man. He is a man on a mission, and he throws the pitch. And as he's backing up, he doesn't even take his eyes off the catcher. He throw it to me as he's planting his feet on the rubber. Let's go.
The ball laid off that one. And a full count. Jose signed originally with the Mets back in 2006. Pitched in the Yankees system. Didn't get to the big leagues until he was a member of the White Sox. And as he walks Duvall again. And let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Glad to have you with us tonight, and you might have been with us earlier today as well. So good to spend the whole day and night with you. Reds won the opener. Cubs lead big here in game 2. Outside to Schebler. He's from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Got some skills. Power. Runs well.
And that's the Reds' first hit. 1-out single here in the 5th. And they have 2 men on for the first time tonight, although it's near the bottom of their order. And it brings up Cruz, the catcher.
He was on the breaking ball there. Stayed back nicely. So first hit, first man in scoring position for Quintana to deal with here tonight.
Alex Blandino is now in the on-deck circle to bat for Romano.
This has not done much offensively in his career. Lifetime .217 batter, .258 on base, .306 slugging percentage, 5 home runs, 608 major league at bats.
So the backup catcher thing is really interesting. It doesn't work this way completely, but typically the backup catcher is a real good defender, right?
Catch and throw guy.
Catch and throw guy, right? And a lot of those guys have low batting averages. If you're a good catch and throw guy and you hit for a high average, you're probably a starter.
Right. You know.
So it's almost fundamental in being a veteran backup catcher that you're not going to hit a lot.
Yeah. Well,
does that make sense?
You start stealing playing time, you become more of a part-time player as opposed to, you know. But there have been a number of guys that haven't hit for much average, but they have power.
Well, David Ross comes to mind. Step on third, out at first. Good dig by Anthony Rizzo. 5-3 double play. It's still 7-0 Cubs. Anthony Rizzo going over the scouting report with Andy Haynes on the new pitcher, but a nice 5-3 double play to get out of the fifth.
And nice play on both ends. KB staying low, then plants the foot, throws off the wrong foot, and Rizzo with a good pick.
He threw off the right foot, which was the wrong foot.
Yeah. What was the necessary foot?
Right.
And not the foot you would normally choose to throw off of if you had an opportunity to set your feet. He didn't. Well, 4 ball games for Shackelford, an ERA of 9. I saw him a little bit last year. We're talking about that backup catcher thing. I remember doing this when David was here playing. He has the single best slugging percentage all time in the history of this franchise, single season, for a guy with at least 200 at bats. He didn't qualify, so when you use qualifiers, it's always pretty much Johnny Bench. But 235 at bats to here, he hit 19 home runs here at a 560 something slug.
1 ball, no strikes on Ben Zobrist. The pitch, it's a strike. I'm going to get him for the first time here in game 2 after 3 reaches.
The 6th inning is brought to you by Meyer, true Chicago fans.
Sal Romano gave up 7 runs on 6 hits, walked 4, struck out, or walked 6, struck out 6, gave up a home run. Listella is thrown out by Jeanette. So Bryant will bat with 2 outs, nobody on. Now feels like a night game as we've hit dusk.
It's almost 9 o'clock though. Stays light a long time here in Cincinnati.
It does.
Yeah.
To the western edge of the Eastern time zone. Ball 1 to Bryant. Brewers have tied the Twins 4-4 as they play the 5th inning in Minneapolis.
It was a fun matchup tonight. The starting pitchers, Freddie Peralta making his 2nd start, and the Romero kid for the Twins making like his 4th maybe career start.
Peralta out after 4 innings. Jesus Aguilar had 2 homers last night. He's homered again tonight. He's having a monster start. Thames injured. Ryan Braun on the DL, right?
I did not know that.
Mid-back tightness. He's just hitting .222. But they've got some depth. So without Thames and Braun, should be all right. Bryant draws the walk.
Folks, check out the variety of luxury premier options that Wrigley Field has to offer, like the Dell EMC Legend Suite. It includes an all-inclusive suite experience, and best of all, a visit from a former Cub player. Visit Cubs.com/premier for an option that fits your needs.
Rizzo knocked in 2 with a double in the 5th. And he hits a towering fly into left center. Duvall makes the grab, and the Cubs are done in the 6th inning, leading the Reds 7-0 in the nightcap. Ram trucks, guts, glory, Ram. Noon start tomorrow. We're on WGN Tuesday night. Note the start time at Wrigley Field, 6 p.m. Indians and Cubs. Wednesday night as well at 7 o'clock. And then another off day on Thursday. Giants come to town next weekend. Pitcher Shackelford fouls away. The 0-1 from Quintana. This is low and in. That'll be a souvenir in the right field line. Nice grab.
Look at hack there for Shackelford.
Five career plate appearances in his pro career. He's in his 9th pro season. And the Brewers and Reds chains. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Strikeout number 4, all swinging for Quintana. Hey, Parrot Heads, Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band are returning to Wrigley Field Friday, July 13th with special guest Boz Skaggs. Don't miss out on Jimmy's only Chicago appearance of the summer. The tickets can be had at Cubs.com/concerts.
We've seen Quintana tonight at his best. His 1-0 pitch to Winker is fouled back out of play. Corey Kluber, the first American League pitcher to grab his 7th win. Beat the Astros today 5-4. Madison Bumgarner through a bullpen session today in San Francisco. He's got a fractured left hand and says he's feeling a lot better. The Giants have been really banged up. They won today, beat the Rockies. The Giants have used the disabled list 13 times already. They've had their top 3 starters, their closer, their second baseman, the left fielder have all spent time on the DL. Yet they're only a game under 500. Called strike 3.
For the local, and he got the express. Couldn't pull the trigger on a good heater around the knees.
A strike on Peraza.
Type of game where it'd be pretty easy for the Reds hitters to cash it in mentally. Long day at the ballpark, game 2 of a doubleheader, down 7 runs against a pitcher who's on top of his game. And I'm sure Don Long, the hitting coach, Jimmy Riggleman, come on boys, keep battling. That you give up, but sometimes you just lose that edge.
Clayton Richard is dealing tonight for the Padres. into the 8th inning in Pittsburgh, leading 4-1. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side. Shackelford, Winker, and Peraza to the 7. 7-0 Cubs. Budweiser. Was recorded in Motown. Marvin Gaye and Kim Weston. It Takes Two. And I guess how many takes it took them?
I'm going to go with 2.
No, 7, I believe.
Reds.
Contreras check swing foul. Maybe it was just 2.
Oh, I get it because it's a doubleheader today. That's why that song was selected.
There's usually a reason.
There's always a theme.
Well, you said it early. Sometimes you just need a starting pitcher to go, come on, boys, I got you.
Yeah, hop on.
Quintana has done that tonight.
Jump on my back, fellas.
Ian Happ is on deck. Stats with a cool note. 23 years, 280 days old. He is the youngest Cub to homer in both ends of a doubleheader since the late Ron Santo did it against the Cardinals July 14th of '63. Ronnie was 23 years, 139 days old when he did that. Lifted foul.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't the Cubs get their nickname originally because they had so many young players back in the day?
Cubs? I think so, yeah.
It's a newspaper man. A lot of other teams got their nicknames just evolved back in the day, and a lot of the newspaper guys, the young teams, a bunch of Cubs out there.
So Contreras is aboard. Leadoff man continues to reach. I've got every inning but the 6th for the Cubs tonight.
Constant pressure being applied. Growing pains for these young Reds pitchers.
Yeah, the original youthful nickname was the Colts, right? And eventually, down the road, Cubs. They were the White Stockings in 1876. The first time Cubs appeared in the newspaper was in the early 20th century, 1902. Back where he played his college ball, and what a weekend. Painted on the corner, 1-2.
Still early enough in the year, especially for a guy who doesn't play every day, where one good stretch, good week, and all of a sudden those numbers look pretty juicy.
Well, he got everybody's attention with a huge spring. Then he homered on the first pitch of the season. He struggled for a while. That sophomore adjustment period.
He's added 110 points to his slugging percentage this weekend.
He just struck out. First out he's made here tonight.
Yeah, that's part of the puzzle for him, is to try to stay off that high fastball. He's got a little bit of an uppercut swing, and that high heater, if you don't adjust your swing, get more top hand going, you're just going to swing and miss all day long. So you either have to adjust your swing or not swing at it.
Laced in the left. Addison Russell with his 5th hit of the series. Time now for the high-speed replay powered by Xfinity. How about a bloop triple, knocking in 3, and it almost became an inside the park home run because of the deflection off the glove of the second baseman Jeanette. It went all the way into the right field corner. Two on with 1 out. High fly ball to right. Winker can't make the catch. It's foul. Better look at it here. Just on the other side of that barrier.
Wonder what the lowest exit velocity ever for 3 base hit is. That might have been it. And Kyle Schwarber had that double on the homestand. Remember that, the one that just curled around third base?
Yeah.
Jam shot. He was joking about it the next day. I wonder what the exit velocity was on that.
Reds got off to a terrible start. They played much better ball under Jim Riggleman than they did under Brian Price. Dealt with some injuries early. Suarez and Schebler both at DL time. That gets away from the catcher Cruz and rolls into the dugout. So the Cubs will have him at second and third.
Direct blow to the umpire's leg.
Cincinnati 13 and 15 under Jim Riggleman. And winners of 8 of 11. But they're down big here tonight. Fly ball into center field. This is Schebler. Tagging and heading home is Contreras. 8-0 and a 4 RBI night for Hayward.
Joe Madden talks about it all the time. Move the baseball, and Hayward being rewarded today just for putting the ball in play. A little pop up into shallow right now, medium depth fly ball to center, and he's got 4 driven in.
Yeah, and that's where the runners in scoring position can not tell the whole tale. The Cubs have knocked in a couple of runs on outs. Fielder's choice by Bryant in the third. That's the go-ahead RBI, and the sac fly here in the 7th by Hayward. Strike called on Quintana. 4th plate appearance. That's always a good sign. And the starter gets to the dish 4 times.
Hendricks had an RBI double in the first game. John Lester drove in a run with a safety squeeze bunt last night.
The 4 driven in by Hayward ties his career high.
Quintana looking for his first hit of the year.
Warm night here in Cincy. 78 degrees at first pitch. Calm conditions and no rain.
We're going to do this again tomorrow, and Yu Darvish is going to pitch.
Second start coming off the DL. Only went 4 in Atlanta earlier this week due to leg cramping. But he looked good when he was in there.
He did. He threw the ball well, so something to build on. Quintana, a pretty good battle here.
Ground ball to Jeanette. And Quintana is 0 for 4, but he's still on the mound, leading 8-0. done yet.
No, outstanding performance for him thus far. Just one hit allowed. He has punched out 6, including striking out the side in the bottom half of the 6th inning. A couple of walks. Came in with an ERA of 5.23.
And looking for his 5th win. Seems to be well on his way. Wrap your hands around the original Italian beef of the Chicago Cubs at one of the 25 Bona locations.
Now 81 pitches so far, 55 for strikes.
Facing Joey Votto in the 7th. Votto has grounded out twice. One strike on the Reds' first baseman. Here it comes. 1-2. The only hit for the Reds belongs to Scott Schebler back in the 5th.
Done a lot of nice work down around the knees tonight with that fastball. Hasn't been a lot of hard contact against him.
Hap and left will squeeze it. And it brings up Suarez for the 3rd time.
How nice is it to get this effort? Game 2 of a doubleheader after the first game went 11 innings. Bullpen covered 6 innings of that ball game.
Cubs will have to, well, both teams will have to make a move before the game tomorrow. They've got 26 on their roster today, and whether or not it's Randy Rosario to head back to the minor leagues, we're going to see him again. The 2 innings he showed the Cubs in the first game were very impressive. Nice to have those left-handed options in your bullpen, man. Dunsing, Mike Montgomery, and Justin Wilson struggled, took the loss in game 1, but has been better as of late. And now Rosario. Suarez walks. Here are your probables tomorrow. Darvish for the Cubs, Malley for the Reds.
Yeah, our second look at Malley this year. He pitched to Dandy here the first time the Cubs were in town. Opening a road trip of the year back on April 2nd.
Right now, just watching Quintana do his thing from the bullpen.
A knothole gang.
First mound visit of the game for the Cubs. Not a bad time. He just walked Suarez and has gone 2-0 on Jeanette.
Let me see, where is he at? 92 pitches. Joe has been talking all year about trying to get more length out of his starters. A lot of times he hasn't been able to do it because the game's been tight and the situation has dictated the matchup. But here with an 8-run lead, they can ask a little bit more from Quintana if they want, but they're going to get somebody going just in case. I think the one thing they want to guard against is, the numbers that Quintana's put up. He's been outstanding here tonight. All of a sudden, a couple guys reach it, somebody pops one, and they throw a 4-spot on him. That'd be a little tough to swallow with the way he's pitched to this point in the ball game. Him to head to the clubhouse feeling awfully good about his effort here tonight.
Slide step in the pitch, a foul, and make it 2-2.
The slide step, usually you use that to shut down the running game, but here it's more to upset the timing of the hitter. He's worried about the running game in an 8-0 ball game. Montgomery starting to loosen up.
Strike 3 called. So Jeanette retired.
Scooter didn't like it, but when he reviews the video, he'll realize it was a good pitch.
Duvall has reached twice, both on walks.
And the last one, the 3-2 pitch was a strike. It was called a ball, but it was a good pitch. There's that cutting fastball in on right-handed hitters, and sometimes when Wilson catches it, he kind of pushes his hand across further inside.
Three balls, no strikes. Red Sox 4-3 lead over Baltimore at Fenway. Mookie Betts has homered. His 15th. Duvall walks again. Comes Jim Hickey. Mookie Betts now batting .370, slugging .772. Wow. See Rizzo grab Contreras' mask. Love it. Got to keep it fun.
Massage Quintana through this 7th inning, so buys a little time for Montgomery, but a little pep talk from Jim Hickey there.
So he'll face Schebler here with 2 on and 2 out in the red 7th. 8-0 Cubs. Schebler, their only hit. He rolled one into right his last time up, and he bounces behind the bag at first on pitch number 100. Quintana gets through 7 innings, shutting them out on 1 hit tonight. Rosell Herrera now playing left as Duvall has moved to first base, so Joey Votto has the rest of the evening off. A happy young Cub fan.
Ready. She's ready for another game.
Let's play 3.
Yeah.
So Ben Zobrist is batting for the 5th time. He has led off an inning all 5 plate appearances. Has reached 3 times. Racing in. Schebler can't get it. Base hit. Zobrist. 4th time he's been on to lead off a frame.
I thought maybe we had a triple coming. That little gap wedge in the shallow center field, and everybody in pursuit, but nobody can make a play.
Stella getting a rare start, playing second base tonight. Mentioned earlier this week, Zobrist chatted with the union and MLB about the black shoes he likes to wear at home. And it sounds like there will be a good outcome. 1-1 on La Stella.
Another thing of beauty. My goodness.
Zobrist toward third. It's the third time this has happened. Starting an inning, Zobrist on, La Stella base hit to get him to third base.
Killing me softly. A little Roberta Flack action going here tonight.
So it's Chris Bryant. Cubs already lead by 8. And looking possibly to get the double digits.
9 hits. They haven't hit that many balls hard. Taking advantage of a bunch of walks. 5 of the Cub runs. Players that have walked.
Cubs have scored 10 or more 8 times already. This is the 15th time they have scored at least 8. So 15 out of 43 games. They've scored 8 or more. One ball, one strike. Started the day leading the NL in runs per game at 5.29. That should be intact going into tomorrow.
Braves have also scored 8 tonight. They lead the Marlins 8-1 in the 9th.
Well, the Braves could pass them. It's real close. 5.23 for the Braves per game, 5.29 for the Cubs.
Sean Newcomb pitched for Atlanta tonight. Kid's having a very nice year. 6 innings of 1-run ball. He now sports a 2.39 earned run average. Suzuki and Freeman homered for Atlanta tonight. Shackelford was the man added to the Reds roster for this doubleheader here tonight. Jim Riggleman's getting his money's worth out of him.
Full count on Bryant. And he struck him out on a fastball. Chris not happy with himself. Batter is Rizzo.
No hits for Chris tonight, but still 2 more reaches, a couple of walks. Driven 1 home on a fielder's choice, and he scored a run.
Turned a nice inning-ending 5-3 double play in the 5th. Anthony Rizzo takes high, ball 1.
Pirates are down to their last ups, trailing 6-2 to San Diego.
Right, so the Cubs started the day 2 games behind first place Milwaukee, a game and a half behind second place Pittsburgh, a half a game behind third place St. Louis, and they could pick up a half a game on all of them if they split and everybody else loses.
Yeah, it's quite a race in the NL Central. The group bunch, and then the Reds, well, back in last place.
And the Reds have been dismal against their own division, 4-16. But they have beaten the Cubs 2 out of 3 to start the season series. A high fly ball. Ready to tag is Zobrist. It is 9-0. Sac fly Rizzo, 3rd RBI tonight. So that's how things currently stand, with a few games to be decided, including this one, although it feels decided. Not over yet.
Ten of the 15 clubs in the National League above 500. The Marlins 10 games below, Reds 14 below, Padres 10 games below, the Dodgers 8 games below 500. That's probably the biggest surprise in all of baseball.
Peraza flips to the bag. Jeanette, and they force Listella. 9-0 Cubs in the 8th inning. Nine nothing Cubs lead, 8th inning.
What are they watching out there tonight?
They can't hear you like they can at Gallagher Way. Tell them to hop on one leg, but they aren't going to hear you here in Cincinnati. Defensive changes: Almora's in center, Hayward to right, Zobrist to second, Listella is at third. So all of that is correct except third base. That's Listella now. So Bryant done for the night. Mike Montgomery, a strike called on Tony Cruz.
17th appearance for Mike. So worked in the ball game last night. Oh, 2 good pitches to start this sequence. Heater at the knees and a good sharp curveball.
Got him. 1 away. Alex Blandino for Shackelford. Smoked in the left. That's their second hit of the night.
Quintana line, 7 innings, 1 hit. Walked 4, struck out 7, 101 pitches.
Yeah, he and John Lester, just 2 fantastic starts in this series. Quintana, the 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Lester last night, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run.
This was Jose's first start in this ballpark, so he's going to have the warm fuzzies in this place the next time he pitches here.
Mike Montgomery thought he might start this game, or at least one of these 2, but the rain out Thursday allowed the Cubs to use 4 of their 5 starters in this series. Something ended up in the grass on a swing and a miss for strike 3. Maybe like that thumb thing. Yeah,
it was the thumb thing.
The thumb thing.
I got something in my eye.
Runner takes off for second. And defensive indifference.
And on second, make sure they have the right indicator.
See, that's the kind of mound visit that shouldn't really count, right? In previous years, mound visits were more like that. I'm not sure we'd have this new rule. What tended to happen is that would become a
long conversation,
20-second conversation, as opposed to literally you go out, boom, 4 seconds, we're done. And I don't think the new rule has really affected much. If anything, it's definitely kept the other fielders, the catchers, from doing it a lot. But for the most part, it feels like it's just blended into the game.
I have not yet heard of a team that's exhausted all their mound visits.
They might have used all of them, but nobody, I think, has gone beyond the 6 and had some sort of argument.
Now there is leeway in that situation, right? If you've used them all, if you, hey, we got to get together on our signs. I think the conversation in spring training was that they would let the catcher go out there to have that brief conversation.
2-2. Peraza sends it in the air. Hayward calling and catching. Reds still have not scored tonight. We go to the ninth. 9-0 Cubs. Runs on 2 hits. Reds fans so frustrated they're slapping themselves in the head. Austin Bryce, a right-hander, will work. 9th inning.
Fastball slider change.
Landino playing second for Jeanette.
This came over here January 2017 in a deal with the Marlins, along with Luis Castillo, the game 1 starter. Dan Straley, the main piece, going the other way.
3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 loss, 6 strikeouts, 1 wild pitch. 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 loss, 2 strikeouts, 1 wild pitch.
A 9-0 ball game. You can't be tiptoeing around a hitter here, so Happ should get something to swing at in this plate appearance.
Mr. 3 true outcome tonight. 2 walks, a homer, a strikeout. Two bounces, backhanded neatly by Duvall. Addison Russell will bat.
Solid single last time after walking and scoring in the 5th. That's where the game turned. It was tight going into the 5th inning, and Romano, the starter, really struggled with his control. Cubs ended up taking 3 walks plus an intentional walk in that inning, and they all came around to score. Rizzo double and Bloop triple. Hayward driving in those runs. There's Steve Cishek.
Rich Hill, the former Cub, left his start tonight after 2 pitches. Blister, which has been an issue for him over the years. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Low 3/4 arm angle there for Bryce, and when he throws it up in the zone, it can be a tough pitch to get on top of. Ooh, he recorded some flame there.
Howie Kendrick got hurt in the first game of that doubleheader. So the Nationals put him on the DL with a right Achilles injury. Braves got Dansby Swanson back from the DL today. He's 13 games with a left wrist injury. Outside on Hayward. First start off the DL and has tied his career high with 4 RBIs. 3-run triple and a sac fly. Sergio Romo will get his first major league start tonight. Rays are going to let him go an inning or 2 against the Angels and then go to the bullpen. Base hit.
Yeah, so the Rays are experimenting a little bit.
Yes, they are.
They kind of want to match up in the first inning with a relief pitcher and then go to their quote unquote length guy, the guy who's
Ryan Yarbrough, who's a lefty.
Yeah.
Trying to exploit the platoon advantage a bit. Almora came into play center in the bottom of the 8th.
It's an idea that you floated a while back.
Yep. That will get down past Shepler. Hayward to third. Here he comes to the plate. The Cubs have scored 10 runs for the 9th time this season. 10-0.
So they continue to push here with 2 outs in the 9th. Single Hayward, double Almora on a cement mixer slider, letter high. Pumps it into the gap in right center.
Double digits. Major League best 9th time. That is a strike on Zobrist.
It's appropriate that this young right-hander is just that, right-handed. Price is right.
Normally I know where you're going, but we've been here all day. I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either. Just entered into my head when they had that tight shot of the back of him just before Albert hit that double.
Ben Zobrist, come on down.
Command issues, and you can see why. His delivery is not very clean. It really falls off to the first base side. That creates a little funk and deception, but a real straight path to the target.
It's 2-2.
He's been a table setter tonight. 4 reaches. He scored 3 runs.
Good pick by Cruz.
Former Cub Turk Wendell celebrating a birthday today.
Get him some licorice and a toothbrush. Plinko inning over. Cubs lead 10-0 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. .46 earlier this afternoon. Victor Caratini will play first base here in the ninth. And Steve Cishek will get an inning of work. We saw him in game 1. He only needed 2 pitches to get an out.
Montgomery with 1 inning. He allowed a hit, had a couple of strikeouts through 13 pitches, 11 of them for strikes. He was really sharp.
Herrera takes ball 1. On the ground towards center field. Zobrist can't get it. It's a base hit.
Yeah, this is our first look at Herrera here this series. He was down at AAA at the start of the year, putting up very good numbers for their Louisville club. Led the International League in extra base hits when he was called up.
Montgomery, 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts.
Ball and 2 strikes to Suarez.
Rosario, Edwards, Strop, Dunsing, Cishek, and Wilson all worked in game 1. Montgomery, Cishek here today. So Hancock and Morrill, the only two not to pitch in this double dip.
That deflects off the glove of Cishek. 1 at second, 2 at first.
Pretty 1-4-6-3 on the scorecard.
Reds down to their final out. It'll be Billy Hamilton. It could be the final batter of both games today. He walked with the bases loaded as the Reds won game 1 in 11. I believe Edgar Renteria was the final batter in 2 Game 7s of the World Series. Right? Drove in the winning run for Florida, and I think made the final out for the Cardinals one year.
Drove in Craig Counsell, right?
Yeah. I'm going to invoke your rule here. I think that's right, and if it's not, I'm sticking with it. 1-2.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Might not have been game 7 with the Cardinals, but he made the final out. I know that. Fouled away. 10-0 Cubs, 9th inning.
So, little faults also by the organist. And here we go, Reds. Here we go. Down to their last out. The 10-0 ball game.
Well, he's playing the game until the final pitch.
That's right. No quit. Most of the remaining fans are dressed in blue.
Swing and a miss. Cubs win a combined 3-hit shutout. So they've taken 2 of the first 3 in the series. They split a day-night doubleheader. And the final score in the nightcap: Cubs 10, Reds 0.